The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. Scump, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by USAA Insurance, auto, renters, and home insurance that's made to help the military community protect what they've worked hard for.
It's Wednesday, Call of Duty fans, and it's the start of the major. We thank the desk for guiding us here, but now it's time for us to take the reins. And honestly, God knows where this one goes. Paris Legion versus Los Angeles Thieves, but here we go. Let's take a look at the money that these teams will be clawing their way towards. The 2021 playoffs, this is the way we structured the prizing. It's $2.5 million overall, and first place here at the major, it's a whopping 1.2 up for grabs, so on and so forth per team. You'll love to see this again. Look at that 5th and 6th, 7th and 8th. Exciting to see where those guys go. But for the more astute viewers here, you know that there's not 8 teams in the league. Not everyone's walking away with cash here at the major. A quick look at the CDL points presented by Game Fuel, and as you can see, still Atlanta FaZe at tippity top of the Call of Duty mountain for now, but I would expect chance plenty to be changing here, especially with a spicy major ahead of us. We've seen FaZe take a loss in the build-up in the road to this major. Will they take another one? That's a conversation for another day. For today, my friend, we've got ourselves a treat. Paris Legion gun up against the LA Thieves. My name is Miles Ross. His name is Chance, and we hope you're excited for what will be a wonderful day of Call of Duty. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing great, and I'm excited for today because it's pretty much the day of who the hell knows, right? Thieves make a roster change right before the major. That's like the inverse of old school Call of Duty, where everyone used to change their teams immediately after an event. So who the hell knows what's going to happen with this team? And then the second series we have Guerrillas versus Florida. Those two teams are wild, incredibly difficult to predict. So for Miles again, who the hell knows? I'm just looking forward to the actual matches.
Who the hell knows? But let's all find out together. First team in this matchup, one of the fun ones, coming all the way from the West Coast, the best coast, ladies and gentlemen, the Los Angeles Thieves. LA Thieves, a big change coming into this major, shaking up the roster in a very big way. Kenny, TJ, Venom, and now the newcomer, Drazah. The last time we saw him amongst these players, well, way back in Modern Warfare, is the late change to what was then OGLA. And now, Chance, is it too little too late? Is it too much too late? Who knows? We will find out for the LA Thieves, but a slight inject of life is certainly what this squad needs.
And maybe that's what they're going to get, right? Drazah, when he came on board of the team just last year for OGLA, they turned it into success, right? They went from a team towards the bottom of the league. They ended up placing like a top 6 at champs. And I will say, I don't think this roster move was made with like the immediate gratification of like, we're going to win this major straight away. I think it's a long-term plan, or obviously it is a long-term plan for the team. So if they get a win here, that is phenomenal for them to get the ball rolling. But I think the important thing for these guys is to figure out like how the team's going to mesh together, and they're just looking to build moving forward, right? You're not looking for that immediate success. You're building something long-term, and we saw the points cushion that they have. They're still in what, top 5 right now in the standings for CDL points, so they have a little bit of wiggle room to make a move like this.
Well, let's see what happens. Plenty of questions will be answered. But now, time to meet their opponents coming from all the way across the pond, but their players mostly based in the US. It's now time to meet the Paris Legion.
Wonderful start here for Paris Legion. Paris Legion just about pushed that player off the hard point.
Can they clutch up and go big?
Classic just being aggressive in the plane.
Fire's got to get on the bomb, and he will. He finds the kill.
Unbelievable stuff.
Awkward from the back end, able to pick up 3 along the way.
Paris Legions.
What a round!
Paris Legion, Chance, couple of matches they've had recently have been fantastic, hit and miss all around, but there's one thing we know for absolute certain is that this team has essentially gone for the full rebrand and now no longer considered a bottom of the pack squad. Scraps, Classic, Aqua and Fire, 4 players who have been having a a good time, a much more fun time than I think they expected to have so far in the 2021 season. But with that being said, they do have a tough opponent in the form of the LA Thieves they cannot take lightly whatsoever. But again, here in the major, we're in the lower bracket. You lose, you go home. Chance, Paris Legion looking to avoid the loss. Game fuel keys to victory now. What do they got to do?
Well, one thing, I think the opening breaks are the most important thing for these guys to find success. We got a checkmate for map 1 and a raid for map 4. And funnily enough, on the P1 hills, the first hill to open things up, they are towards the bottom of the league, if not outright in 12th place. But funnily enough, like on a map like Checkmate, they're the worst team in the game on P1, but then the best team in the game on P2. So I think if they make these adjustments, win the opening break, and even on a map like Checkmate, just contest the hill for a little bit more, or just do a better job of playing around your lives. If they make these small tweaks, they're gonna set themselves up for, well, a pretty good deal of success. And, well, smiles on their face, you can see they're having fun. Always nice to see.
Yeah, you can't forget, friends, we're all playing games here. Speaking of games, let's have a look now for the LA Thieves. Game fuel keys to victory chance.
And this one, obviously a lot tougher to call, right? This roster has only been together for a few days. They are coming in with a minimal amount of practice. But when you look at the roster they have, aggression is not going to be an issue. All 4 players across the board are capable of playing as fast as anyone else in the league. So I think you got to make use of that. And maybe the more important thing, have the freedom. Just try to play comfortable, and if there's something going on the map where if there's some sort of structure, if this is the way the Thieves like to play this situation before, throw that into the wind, man. Let Drazah and Venom still get as comfortable as possible. Let them have the freedom to just play their own game, because I think individual plays right now for the Thieves are really going to be their only path to success. And then, of course, when we look at the maps and modes we have through our series, we talked a bit about the checkmate, and we talked about a little bit about the raids for the hardpoint. But even for the search and destroys, the Thieves should have quite a bit of information to work with. These are maps we've seen Paris Legion on quite a bit. So as far as the vetoes goes, if you're looking at it from the Thieves' perspectives, it is not too shabby. Of course, though, with the new guys on the roster, who the hell knows, Miles? Who the hell knows?
Who the hell knows indeed? Well, again, what can you expect for Paris? Expect the unexpected. LA Thieves going to be throwing caution to the wind and going absolutely balls to the wall here to try to steal a win and hopefully move forward here in the major. But again, what will be will be. We now get into map number 1. Very excited to finally kick the major off. Get this one started. We hope you're enjoying yourself wherever you are on this Wednesday afternoon in the United States, or God knows where all the viewers are coming from. Australia, it's probably already Friday. Who knows? But here we go, Chance. Let's get into this one. Paris Legion, LA Thieves. Let's go.
And again, just trying to dial in on the opening breaks here, right? Paris Legion obviously going to be set up for P2. At least they had those side like early on, but they have struggled on this hill before. While the wall banging's coming through, TJ gets the Nets pick, and maybe there's an example as to why they struggle. Kills do not go their way, and well, playing control fully in the hand of the Thieves.
Yeah, for now, Drazah will stay on him for a little bit. Again, his debut here in the 2021 season. Congrats. He's going to find a bit of a team fire on Aqua there. And the nades back and forth. There's been a lot of team fire in this opening break. It's a messy hard point. There's no doubt about it. You've been there in league play yourself, friends. You know how crazy it can get in that first point. But already, LA Thieves from the 19-second lead. Looking to push this one forward. Scraps trying to get involved. A little too late. But again, for Paris, saving grace right now. You may have lost the opening battle, but you do have that second hard point locked and loaded. And Chance, if the stats are anything to go by here, I think we'll be looking to see them make the big comeback here, unless we see the Thieves on the break. Oh, hello.
I mean, this is almost exactly what we see from this team time and time again, right? You look at the scoreboard after the first hill, things aren't looking great, but then they have the full setup. They have plenty of map control, and well, they'll be the first team inside the actual hill. Aqua just gets to post up and hang out. Fire gets to chill on top of the shark fin in the back of the map. So as long as they continue to play this well, you expect the bounce back from the team.
I would worry now for the LA Thieves. Is the breaks going to be good? Are they going to be coordinated enough to mesh to do something special here? Kenny now running that main AR position. We're seeing Classic on your screen trying to find a bit of a cheeky poke into the backside of Drazah. Does manage to land it. TJ come through mid now. Classic won't be able to take the better of him. The front line now brought directly to the lines of the hard point, but still, it seems to be Paris controlling this one. The lead now changes hands. Scraps trying to make safe the back line, but whoa, here come the Thieves in from behind. One player makes the entry. Aqua manages to get a trade, but it's not going to be quite enough, as once again, they hold the second point. Admirably, Chance. You called it, my friend. All good in the hood for Paris.
And certainly not a full 16 Thieves eventually get the break, but the damage mitigation is certainly there. I think it really is a theme for the Paris team, man. If they just stop taking some of these gunfights inside the actual plane and just hang out and contest, they could put themselves in a little bit better of a spot. But obviously, no love lost, no big deal. They are hanging out inside the actual point and have taken over the lead. So Paris maybe trying to heat up just a little bit. But on the flip side, all of the ARs in hand of everyone from the Thieves, it seems like Drazah been running that secondary Krig, and of course Kenny right there with them on a 3 spree as well, potentially thinking about some streaks.
Let's see if the streaks can come to fruition. Still back over towards the LA Thieves, still decent control here on the third hard point. Looking towards the next as well, but here comes Classic in from behind. Shots now making himself known, straight into the gun of Kenny. With nice shots all in all. That's going to be 4 in a row chance, you called it. Streaks are on the menu. Will he be able to deliver? Here comes kill number 5. Does manage to land it. Now you're going to see Kenny really start to turtle up, slow this down. Put that Krig to work down that long A streak, but Scraps there first. Flash connects. Will his teammates be able to get there? Streak's still alive for Kenny. Hardpoint will flip over. Be in the hands of Paris for now.
Oh my God, and he's just going out for the challenges as well, and maybe gets help for the first kill. But whether or not the streaks are the important thing, his team has done a nice job of just getting inside the actual hard point. And Kenny, whether or not the streaks are involved, still holding down those spawns, and this is the side they want to be on. So Thieves honestly in a pretty good spot right now within this game. You can sort of see how far Paris Legion are pushed in the back. And Kenny, there's number 7, there's the artillery, and you see the coordination, you see the teamwork right now. Everyone from Paris still pushed back, and for Kenny, I mean, you can take your time, play for these kills, and he can't win the gunfight up top. The trades don't come through, and it looks like the break for Paris is going to be it.
Oh, LA Thieves, no streaks for them, but I bet the vibes are fantastic right now. Let's have a quick vibe check and listen in. Thanks to Astro Gaming with the LA Thieves.
Here, I'm out of town now.
I have right, so.
Yep, look at everything. In the crate. Absolutely in the crate.
Yo, top
left.
left.
I got hitting you.
Yeah.
Nice, one stop left.
Okay.
Yo, try cut.
I'll take up front. Focus left.
Nice.
I have Tom.
Okay. Are we double pushing?
I'll push up in plane.
Yeah, we're double
plane.
Where's he going? I need our exit.
He went in there.
Hey, left
Okay.
push.
I got to
Your exit, yes.
I have exit across.
I'm gonna try to have
double left here. We're good. Our stairs, 2 stairs.
I'll be up front.
Got one. Yo, left corner in our stairs.
I'm out back.
Okay, you push you left.
One more there.
I one shot.
How many from?
On our back steps.
Back
Nice.
back.
No one's firing. He's shouldering the box.
Be playing.
Okay.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna play for you.
Yeah,
On our steps again. On our steps.
Right on me.
Nick's on our stairs.
Right wing on me. I'm gonna die from. Alright, I'll go.
I'm
pillar.
Okay, I spawn out.
I got to play kills. Nice.
Scraps, one shot, Tom.
Still up. I need Tom.
Yeah.
Fire in the back.
I need Tom.
Go on, spawn
Spawn back
out.
towers.
Nice. Chow.
You lead Tom.
Back our steps.
Okay, sit down.
Nice.
Spawn behind me. Yep.
One shot wood. Tell up.
Okay, wood, not down. I didn't hit him. There's spawn back on you.
I'm blocking.
Wood wall.
I'm playing top right.
Absolute wood wall.
I'm trying to I got naded.
They give me a
Hey,
nade.
Back to stairs.
what's
One
up?
shot. Yeah, one shot back there.
Whoa. What's me do? I'm blocking.
There's
2 exit, one's wall.
Yeah, one's in there. There's 2
Hurry
in
up.
plane.
I'm looking in there. Dead.
Nice.
Nice.
Another there on you.
I'm absolute.
That's a flame timer.
I'm absolute.
Got it.
And wood, Nick. Absolute me. Absolute wood.
Yeah, one more enter.
Nice. Absolute left wing.
Chance, it sounded quite intense. I mean, there was a certain fire there to the LA Thieves comms.
And I would say, if nothing else, like every single situation, they're just playing it, trying to get the best value out of it. There's no like upsetting about the fact that on the money hill it gets broken. It's just, all right, here's the situation. What are we going to do on the map? And they just get the job done. I mean, we go through the first set of rotations. They have a confident lead. And well, if you get these players confident, you might be able to start running away with the game. But on the flip side, Classic able to pick up 2. Paris, well, they need someone to get hot. Might as well be him, but he gets chopped down. His main AR, Kenny, still lighting up the feed.
Here comes Kenny. Gets back into the point. 160 are climbing right now, and it is a very uncomfortable lead right for the LA Thieves. But for how long can they hold it? Paris now concerted offense as they make their way into the final few seconds of this hard point. We will not see them with control towards second. But let's see how they go on the break. And again, they're all bunched up together, able to make this work out if they can find the kills. It's going to be Venom holding the top plane down. He finds 2 kills. Classic manages to sneak forward. Quick slide forward. Drazah is going to take care of him. LA Thieves, they'll continue to hold the point.
And that is a clean 4 down as well. So this makes their job that much easier on the next go around. You get your ARs nice and pushed up. And well, Kenny can't win that one. He has been struggling against these super close range gunfights, but that is effectively as you'd expect. And it looks like Paris, just the instant rebreak. You go from getting wiped, clean 4 down, you bounce back that quickly. Well, it was necessary for them to have that happen as they still find themselves down by more than 80 points. But hey, you break the money hill, you got to be feeling at least a little bit good about that. And frankly, it looks like the kills, a lot of them starting to go their way. And frankly, if Fire picks it up just a little bit, Paris, the comeback potential is always there.
Yeah, it is. Classic. Spree on the works. It's going to be 5 in a row. Looking for number 6. TJ backs it up. Smart as you like. Finds the kill on a classic. Stops the spree at 5. We've still got Legion with a decent amount of control. Now trying to break the hard point from upstairs. It's going to be Scraps. Matty Marshall. Can he find the entry kills? Nice bit of crossfire comes through from Fire there. So here we go. An opportunity to get onto the point. Aqua's now going to bring his gun down low, and this is great. Paris have made a decent break here. TJ, though, back off spawn, straight into the mix, trying to deal with the damage. Fire now on the point. You said it, Chance. He just stepped things up a little bit, and already those kills, they make a big difference. We've got Paris with a hard point.
And you see the sort of situation being flipped on its head just a little bit from what we saw the first time around. This was a hill where Thieves really where they started to run away with the game, but now you got Paris Legion on the side of the map that they're going to want. They've sort of shut down the time that Thieves were getting just a little bit, but again, it is a slow crawl trying to work on this comeback, and really any bit of scrap that Thieves were able to put together is good time. But Classic up top, he's got a little bit of control and just a few more gunfights to go their way, and they're in a pretty good spot. 3 kills for him. As you see the map control solidified, rotation to the hill is absolutely there, and Thieves, well, they're getting the worst possible spawn for the moment. Gonna have to take a hike before they can get to this new hill.
Let's see if Classic can slow these players down, put some rocks in their socks and make that walk an uncomfortable one. Scraps is now gonna hold the hard point. See if those shots keep working out. Classic there, still on the other side of the map, causing nothing but discord. Keeping them at bay. Classic's on another 5 spree now. Paris not out of the woods just yet. Starting to get a little more dangerous. Whoa, Classic almost managed to get one more out of that. An unbelievable string of kills and a wonderful bit of work now for Paris Legion to get back into this one. Hardpoint still in their hands. It's going to be a push now from LA Thieves. Drazah from upstairs manages to get that kill. 2 more players push through the A street and take full control now of the hard point, but you've still got Paris on the contest, still got me in the kill feed, and it is back and forth, Chance. We're not out of the woods just yet for Paris. I'll say it before and I'll say it again, but this hard point feels far from over.
Far from over, but at the same time, again, any bit of scrap time Thieves are able to get on their side is going to be massively beneficial for him. And frankly, Kenny, again, another little spree for him. This is number 3 for him, and he finds the next player. Can't win the gunfight, and the trades do not come through. Paris Legion need the full 60 on this hill, or at the very least, need to make sure time doesn't go through. And Thieves, I mean, they might be thinking about the flood, just trying to push up through Tetra's side, but Scraps is there to chop them down. They get the setup that they want. They get 2 players set up right now for playing control Paris. This is the opportunity to get right back in the game.
Yeah, this is going to be big. Kenny's going to invest the artillery. 1 on the point. Doesn't catch fire. He manages to stay alive. Clock's still ticking in favor of Paris Legion. Kenny does manage to find a few kills there, but still, you have to make the push towards the hard point. Spawners now for Paris Legion still close. The reinforcements bringing their way forward, but once again, it's Kenny leading from the front. Here comes the shots and the backup there from Venom from behind. Scraps with artillery of his own. He's going to now land a few, but is it going to get them off the point? Oh, it hits the roof, but it does manage to catch one. And he goes down. Still, an open hard point for the time being. A chance this is not over yet. Paris spawning close. Drazah now from behind, trying to deal their damage. Finds one. Another player in his line of sight and a good bit of shots as well. Oh my word! He lands Classic as well. And it's going to be a couple of kills now. A decent amount of control. Paris off spawn. Do the Thieves have enough to get it done here now?
I mean, they're set up inside. They're set up inside and only 10 seconds to go in Paris. I mean, you get one team push at this, and they're all coming from the back. But if you have the flood, you're going to get chopped down. But Scraps, the first one in, the contest is here. 2:43 on the clock when it gets stopped. But now Drazah flanking around back, has him lined up. And Scraps, again, just trying to stay alive. The contest is all he needs. He's playing with his life. He gets chopped. He's trying to buy his teammates time to get to the point. And Classic, able to pick up 2. Venom with the response for the shutdown. It's scrappy as ever, but Paris still alive.
They're still alive. Drazah finds the kill. One more. He's going to get it done. That's the contest. It's not over yet. TJ's there now to finally get the last trade. Still the contest. Finally, LA Thieves get it done. And whoa, boy. The Paris Legion pulled that one right back. But man, LA Thieves coming out the gates hot. Plenty of fire in their bellies. And Drazah with the last 2-piece there on point, man. I thought he'd done it there, but Paris kept throwing bodies on point. An exciting start to the series. Whose pick'ems are ruined? Be honest. Hands up. Be honest. Not me. Let's see how this series goes.
I mean, I'll say I think I had it as a 3-1, but already that is an immediate shakeup, right? Like, if you're on the side of the LA Thieves, you're looking for any bit of confidence you can find. Obviously, on like an individual player basis, certainly, but like, I don't know. I'd have to imagine you just know going into the series, you have to pop off and go crazy to have a hope of winning a match on this short of a notice, but hey, they get the job done on Checkmate just to set the tone. I mean, you had what? Not even just Kenny showing up as the main AR. There you go for Drazah, 1.64 in his first game, and he's rocking out with the Crimsix as well. I mean, hell, the man is flying out of front wood, hit firing with the Crimsix, confident to get those kills, and well, he absolutely got him, but there you see 6K damage from the new player on the squad, and Kenny not too far behind. Hell of a performance from the LA Thieves, again, just to set the tone.
Sets the tone, first maps in the books, and very, very interesting start. Everyone's scratching their heads, all those superior card analysts in the chat and in Reddit now thinking, is this it? Honeymoon period. Can it last a few more maps? Can it last a few more days? Well, find out after this quick commercial break, friends. Search and Destroy when we come back.
The Call of Duty League is presented by Scuff, the official controller of the Call of Duty League. The US Army wants your warrior.
Game 2 just around the corner here. We're going to raid for Search and Destroy, but first let's talk Thieves. Again, a big team change chance. We've seen Drazah now, his debut here in the 2021 season, and it was an absolute blast, it has to be said. But talk to me through the KDs of the Thieves in the season so far.
I mean, you could look at good KDs, bad KDs, this and that. I think really the stats that matter the most is just the win column, right? Like Slasher, it's not like he was underperforming. He certainly looked good as a player, but even if every single player on the team looked good, they weren't getting results. So obviously the change seems necessary. And even Venom, like he is the worst KDs on board, but hell, for the game number 1, it's not like his KD was fantastic, but they got the win. So I don't know, they're looking for that like puzzle, right? If they can solve it and start getting those wins, that's when they're gonna be back on top of the world. And I would say right now, I mean, you got the 1-0 advantage, you had your main ARs absolutely frying, and you go into a raid S&D where, I mean, Paris have played the map a few times, but the record isn't great on the map. So picking bans, maybe you say they go their way, and if you're trying to game plan against a team that has made this many roster changes, I mean, you just simply can't, right? There might be a few tendencies you can pick up on from the side of Paris, but basically you're just stuck having to play your game, make the adjustments in the actual game. So a tough spot for them to be in, and I would say especially so if it was playing a 3v4, you know?
Okay.
That makes it so much more difficult.
It makes so much more difficult, but hey, there's there's nothing unusual about this one in the rulings. Obviously, we're gonna end this one and restart it. But in the meantime, let's see if Drazah can he come out on top. No, he cannot. It's going to be a quick game end. We're gonna get back into this one. We're gonna throw to a very quick commercial break, friends, where we get that player back into the lobby. Someone just forgot the basic rules of getting the lobby, and let's get this one going. We'll be right back, friends, when we do We're not punking you. It ain't a joke. It's gonna be Search and Destroy on Raid. Don't go anywhere. Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We should be getting into that raid Search and Destroy in just a moment, but let's talk a little bit about Drazah before we do. Not all Call of Duty fans are going to be knowing him. Again, we've seen him in the challenges this year, having fun times indeed. We saw him in the league last year, but Chance, tell me a little bit about Drazah.
I mean, one, if he was in Challengers, that means he has dealt with the absolute passion pit this year, but he hasn't been around for such a long time. Like, it's basically the story in my mind from his point of view is he joined in the OGLA team last year and helped turn their game around. He was playing with Hollow. Like, they came in together and had a ton of success, and he moved from Alaska. So, like, that's the kind of internet he was used to dealing with back in the day. Now you get him over to, like, the more continental side of the United States. Gonna have a great time with the new internet connection. Obviously, Hazard spelled backwards, always a little fun fact to throw into the mix, but he looks great, performed well in Challengers, and again, he was one of the players that had enough success last year after coming onto the team that I think at least my personal expectation was for him to end up in the Pro League again this year, potentially with the starting spot. Obviously, when the rosters gets cut down, he was just one of the players that didn't happen to make the cut, but now that he's back, I have high expectations for him once again, and he performed incredibly well in map number 1, so a nice start for him to have. Of course, for Search and Destroy, again, just the interesting part, if you can't game plan for specific players, it can be tough to manage them. That is why I think a lot of these Challengers players, when they came up for the first time, Search and Destroy is a game where they have the potential to take over. Only get an opportunity to see what the young man can do.
We'll get another shot here as we go back in a raid. First one plagued by an unfortunate disconnection, but this time everything seems to be squeaky clean. What do you think that we are? Merc and Maven? Come on, guys, just play it. We like a dropout free game. Thank you very much. Here we go though. First round is away. There's gonna be a B-bomb push already now for Paris Legion. Any Semtex up. Ooh, does manage to land a little bit of a hit. Again, no trophies in round 1. Scraps is looking to get aggressive and take care of Kenny in the back. There he is in the corner. Nobody puts Kenny in the corner, and for good reason. He's dead. There we are. Venom takes care of mid-map control now. Chance and Thieves working a man down.
And this is a very bad problem right now that these are going to need to solve. They actually let the bomb get planted as well. And obviously, well, you might be able to catch out one player, but that just gives you a 3v3 when map control heavily in favor of Paris. Of course, just needing to watch the bomb from Laundry's side. So you're making the approach. And actually, TJ, laser vision catches one to make this now a 2 versus 2.
The ankle's out now, 2v2. We got fire on the outside of the ring. Scraps now by top Laundry. Here comes the push. Venom trying to get tags into everyone. He does. Wins the gunfight. Drazah gets up close and personal. Wins the fight. That's going to be a clean 2v2. And that's the bomb defused. Nice round to the Thieves.
That's a nice round, and Paris Legion just made that way too easy for him. The double stack on the van, well, you see a couple issues with the setup if TJ just putting a bullet to you from underneath. It's great communication coming through, but in my mind, if you get planted for top laundry, you just back up and hold the power positions, but they fall one by one, and you see some of the teamwork. It looked like Drazah was the player off towards pillars that got the man weak, and communication on point, man. TJ just ripping heads from underneath the van for Thieves to get the first round on board.
Not bad at all. What do they got on defense? Paris Legion now, so they're going to bounce back. Mixed bag of results when it comes to attacking and defending rounds on Search and Destroy, but here we go. Drazah on screen. Rig up, making his way forwards. Ooh, classic. A little too eager. TJ cuts him down with that slower timing. Nades are up. You see the bit of a fight now developing towards this A-bomb site. 2 defenders here. It's going to be a solo defender on towards B. You can see Paris Legion right now. They are struggling. Drazah taking the silent route there through pool. Not going to be dipping his toe and making any noise. No splashes to be heard whatsoever. Sorry, not Drazah. You know what I meant. Number 5, though. Scraps coming up from behind these attackers. Can he find something? It's going to be Drazah who finds him first chance, and this is a tough spot to be in for Paris.
And this is an interesting setup as well for the Thieves, right? Because TJ is the man sort of floating around the yard area, so he can make a play at any given moment. It looks like 2 players for Paris are trying to work their way through jungle, but that's exactly where everybody's stacked up, and Drazah just needs to call it out for his teammates. The help is there, the kills lined up, and Kenny able to pick up 2. And now Firewell working through Art. You see he's jumping around, he's making noise, and everybody on the LA Thieves knows where he's coming from. Tagged up and nowhere to go. Miles, I was not expecting this, but Thieves having a great showing so far in the series, win the hard point, and have won 2 rounds in fairly easy fashion.
I would say very easy fashion. They were incredibly clean rounds. Very little resistance there on the retake in round 2. Thieves looking fine so far. It's going to be 2-0 for Venom. Drazah sitting at 1-0. 3-1 for TJ and a nice 2-1 for Kenny. So all things considered, Thieves, this is a great start. Can they keep it going, though? Paris now on the attack, looking to go towards the A-bomb sites. 2-2 split. Classic, he was blooded in the last round. First player to drop in the game. This time, he's going to be able to get that bomb forward. Eyes up. No idea where these players are. Just a quick plant. Here come the reinforcements through the backside of bedroom. Thieves working in tandem together. TJ leading the charge. Now trying to clean out the back. Here we go. Venom's going to be right behind him, shoulder to shoulder, as they make their way forward. Fire up top bedroom, Scraps down low. The gunfight is moments from happening, and it's going to be TJ who nice to get first blood there. 30 seconds on the bomb, though. Got to keep moving.
You got to keep moving. You got Classic still alive in Tiki as well, but everyone's pinching, and you got Kenny on the full pinch as well. Last man left up in top money room, eviscerated. The clean retake, and again, Miles, they're just making this too easy for him. Like, you're letting players go on the flank. There's no pressure on the players from the Thieves, right? They're able to get up inside the little pocket and just hang out. Scraps gets challenged. He's by himself. Fire then just sort of flies out of top bedroom, but someone from the Thieves is waiting. Just way too passive on the plays. And, well, Kenny, maybe the player making it more interesting. Fire, instead of helping Scraps down low, just gets dropped from Kenny up top, and that is just 2 brutal rounds for Paris on offense, where they get the bomb down for free. They put themselves in the dream situation. You get it planted for bedroom. You get 3 players bedroom, and they can't even find a kill. I mean, these are dagger rounds in my mind. This is a tough Paris. They're going to have to bounce back. I mean, immediately. This round, in my mind, might just be a must-win one.
I would be hesitant to say anything otherwise. It does not feel great right now for Paris Legion in the Search and Destroy. We're about halfway through, and they can pull this back, but they've got to do it now. 1 player in mid for Paris now on defense. The 3 of them spread across the back line. It's going to be Scraps getting that first blood onto Drazah by ring. So that makes the B-bomb site a little bit safer. Venom comes forward immediately, picks out Fire. Just like that, it's a 3v3 once again. But still, Paris without opening blood, that does slow the play down. They have managed to go towards A, so again, the play call, they've not read it too well. E-bomb site's wide open. Should be able to get that plant down. It will go now for the LA Thieves. Paris deliberating a little bit too much chance, but they have managed to swing over towards B, maybe in the nick of time.
And you see the information TJ is able to get is just saying, hey guys, they're all going to have to come through laundry. I've got everything else for you. And well, with the nades making a little bit of noise, it makes that much more obvious. Kenny able to spot out one player looking for this information, scraps over towards Ring, but his teammate looking to hunt him down and at least gets traded out 2v2.
2v2 right now. Here comes the push through mid. It's going to be a big kill there from TJ now to slow this down. Final 20 seconds. Scraps on going for a bit of a flank. Oh, can't win the gunfight. It's a massive pistol kill. And it's 4-0. It's 4-0. The pick'ems are almost chalked. You've almost ruined my bracket, and we're not even halfway through map 2. Oh my God, Thieves.
And these are just good plays as well. I mean, TJ, I think maybe only finds one pick that entire round, but like he was the player that wins it for the Thieves in my mind, right? Even though they got blooded, he is sitting over towards pool steps, and he just feeding that information to his teammates. I've got mid-map for you. I spotted at least one player in kitchen. Back laundry is the only option. And well, Paris Legion a little bit too slow on the retake, and they got 2 players still looking for their first kill.
Venom, 1, 2, buckle my shoe, put the shots into Paris. That's going to be a nice tag. Opening pick goes the way. Aqua's going to retrieve the bomb. They're going to maybe overshoot through the backside of Laundry, try to find kills. But man, Paris are getting just gut punched round after round. Kenny watching the flank. And look at Thieves, like they've just backed on up. Kenny, out from the tree he goes, finds the kill. Aqua gets cut down in middle, and no way. There's just nothing. The Thieves roaming as a pack absolutely decimate Paris once again. Map point, 5-0.
This is ridiculous. This is a 3-4 shut the door kind of moment in my mind. Nothing fancy is happening on the map. I mean, just a couple nice play calls coming in from the Thieves. Kenny obviously watched Insight's gameplay, knows about the tree spot, but it's just very simple things that are being accomplished. And like Paris Legion, just not shooting back. You have 3 players combined for 1 in 15. I mean, it's just what? Pandemonium, confusion. They just look lost on the map for the moment. More aggressive setup mid-map this time. They're trying to make a play, but the trap is set. Venom was waiting for you with his teammate. You got streaks for the next man at Aqua. 1v4. Good luck. Have fun. GG. 6-0 for the Thieves. In the most dominant map that these guys have played all year long. And they're doing it with an amalgamation of a new roster. It's just Drazah's on the team now. Venom's only been here for a week and a half. And they get the 6-0 against a Paris team that has been incredibly solid all year until this moment. I mean, there's no other ways to say it. They just got absolutely smoked.
Okay, let's have a show of hands. Whose pick'ems are slowly but surely falling to pieces? Whose bracket is starting to look a little shaky? It's getting worse and worse. It's getting better and better for the LA Thieves. Venom, that 2-piece towards the end, man. Like, no way he wins that fight. That was unbelievable. A huge turnaround right now for LA Thieves. Their second 6-0 win in the season thus far, and it is good vibes all around. But for Paris, this is it, man. Turn it around. You are 1 map away from bowing out of the major. Quick look at the stats, and it was mostly dire, but Kenny and Venom, big damage around. TJ just on the edge of that 1,000 damage, and Drazah, 2-1 overall. Didn't have to do too much, but influential plays nonetheless. Chance 6-0. It doesn't really get better than that.
And I mean, damage obviously isn't everything, but Venom just had enough damage more than classic Aqua and not Scraps in Fire combined. So that is a ridiculous game. And I'd say for the Thieves, again, even 1 series win would be nice for these guys. They're on the way to getting that in a dominant fashion. And if confidence was ever the thing that these players lacked, well, they can't lack that anymore. I mean, they're probably laughing to themselves just talking about how easy that game was for them. So unexpected to say the least, but hey, for Thieves, they're just, I mean, on another level right now compared to where they have been.
US Army tactical plays. It's actually going to be the very first round. I mean, this was a good one, man. This was what, Thieves on defense. Paris managed to get the bomb down, and it was a clinical retake. But I mean, we could have picked almost any round. Tactical plays are plenty. LA Thieves looking fantastic on raid chance. But walk me through the final moments of this one.
Well, I think the final moments is just the setup I don't like, right? It's unfortunate that Classic just gets caught after playing the bomb, but even still, you're double stacked on the van, but there isn't entirely a need for it, right? You could just back up, play top laundry, and as long as you keep Scraps alive, you have the easiest line of sight to the bomb, but instead, they just sort of let themselves get picked apart. And I mean, this is the first round, so we didn't know it at the time, but what we learned after is they weren't winning any gunfights, so playing any sort of aggressive setup was not going to be the play. And I'll tell you, that was the best possible way for Thieves to set the tone. You get blooded in your first round, get put in that bad of a spot and bounce back instantly. Gotta be feeling good.
Insta bounce back indeed. A 6-0 there in the Search and Destroy, and now they are one map away from advancing here in the Major. Los Angeles Thieves, a big change. Flasher out, Drazah in, and the stonks are going up. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we return, it's Checkmate Control, map 3.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL 2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listenings are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armour your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Map 3 just around the corner. Before we get there, we're talking fire. Chancy's had a mixed series so far. And today's not going ideal, 14 and 35 overall, but you brought him up in the hard point rather, where he was like find a couple of those big kills. As soon as he finds those kills, the team's straight back in the map. And again, it's tough to make the run, but right now, for damn sure, fire is in the hot seat. But Tish.
Well, everyone's been putting pressure on this guy looking at him after like the meta switch, but it makes sense, right? Stage 1, his respawn KD was like a 1.02. Completely respectable, putting in work. That's dropped to a 0.82 in stage 2. And obviously this series hasn't been great, but something people hadn't been talking about for Fire is his search and destroy game actually just started, like he started taking off. He went from a 0.8 in stage 1 to a 1.38 throughout stage 2 in search and destroy. So in my mind, I was like, well, the narrative just isn't being honest. And then, well, you see what's happened so far this series. So yeah, I mean, pressure's on right now for him and for Paris. This is not an ideal spot to be in, even for the control. Like, it's the same sort of story for the hard point. Paris has been solid in the respawns all year. The exact same thing can be said for the map 3, but I just don't know what kind of confidence you could be having. I mean, hey, you got a couple smiles on the side of Paris Legion, so they might be prepared for the bounce back, but I mean, you've just given so much momentum to the side of the Thieves. Like, they're gonna be ego challenging every gunfight. There's gonna be no fear in their hearts in the slightest, and well, on a map like Checkmate, you know it can be AR heavy. We know what we saw in map number 1. It was Kenny and Drazah having a field day, so I don't know about you, Miles, but I'm thinking about that 1-3 record the Thieves have on this map and thinking about maybe this might be the time of all times for it to change. But maybe it's today.
Maybe it's today. I'm thinking about what you said earlier about, you know, can the egos write checks that the gunnies can cash, or I forget exactly what it was, but I might have butchered that one, bro. But LA Thieves, this is it. This is like crunch time. If you go 3-0 over Paris, you can safely say the team change was well and truly worth it. Paris, it's time to make the comeback. Here we go. Classic with the first blood. Lane looking a little better. Oh, I take it all back. Kenny finds 2. That's that. It's over, mate. You've already got A zone control. They're making their way forward, trying to push these players back. Kenny once again. Kenny once again finds another. Drazah. Oof, he got knocked out there, but still an open lane to work with now for Paris Legion. Kenny's still on the right. Finally gets shut down. Here we go. Signs of life now for Paris.
Signs of life for Paris. I will say it seems like in hardpoint, maybe even control, anytime they're trying to work the inside of the plane, they just don't have any sort of success. So maybe that should be a point of concern for them. But hey, you've got the clearance after getting bullied out in the opening break. You're back towards A, and the second tick of progression going to be through. Classic still hanging out. He's got Scraps nearby, and frankly, Classic just waiting for all of his teammates. Classic has one gunfight to win. It's against Drazah, but Drazah playing it smart, just waiting for his teammates for the help, and times the challenge perfectly. A point not captured yet.
Trying to drain the A point as well. Again, very important to remove that progress that Paris so well fought for. But there you go. A point looking a lot safer now. Drazah trying to get into the back spawn. Classic makes the perfect read. Oh, Classic with another big win with the AK-74U. Oh, hello, Nate. Backs up indeed. And my. It's starting to look a little bit more aggressive right now. Paris Legion get those kills, make their way forward. 34 seconds. Stopped the clock for now. For the capture towards A chance. And Thieves now looking to bounce back, and the kills are going to be going back and forth. But it's Classic once again. Nice. Oh, can't quite get the two-piece Drazah though. He will. Finds them both. Gets them off A once again. Thieves will hold the line.
And you got 30 seconds left, so Paris, I mean, I think the play call has to probably be to go towards this A point, but maybe going towards the end of the plane, they're a little bit mixed match right now. Scraps just looking for some kills, and Kenny trying to give him one, but TJ there for the cleanup. And you're just running out of time right now on this offensive push, Paris, and you can see right now just stacked up in and around the plane, but TJ, the assassin right now, waiting for the kills to fall into his hands. Can only get the first, but Drazah's there for the trades. Right now, the teamwork for Thieves on point.
That's what your friends are for. Killing your opponents. Don't quote me on that. That sounded weird. Thieves get the round. A wonderful start there on defense here on Checkmate. Paris, we'll see what they can bring in just a brief moment. But Chance, honestly, mate, that was a couple of crucial moments, man. I mean, again, we saw that A-zone pressure, 2 ticks done. That's great. Not quite enough to get it over and done with, but the opening breaks, once again, I mean, this was the start. Kenny went wild. A big, long spree for him. A lot of damage dealt, and you've got to be feeling good for the Thieves right now.
And obviously, if you're a Thieves fan, you have to be very happy with Paris Legion. Just even when it was obvious there was no way they're going to win the offense, still managed to throw away a couple more lives because Paris seemingly just has no thoughts about that round 5. So these will be happy for it. They have a 6 or 7 life advantage, I believe, for the moment. Talk about the opening breaks being key. It is back to this top plane fight. Paris has struggled in this situation before, and it looks like they might struggle once again unless Scraps has something to say about it. He at the very least evens up the odds, but leaves 2 players alive for either team towards the middle of the map.
Well, let's see how things go. Now, quick time for a Astro Gaming listen in with the Paris Legion.
They're on A. Let's try and get out of here.
I'm coming left.
Someone help me get out, right?
I'm coming right, come right. Wait for me.
He was our exit. It was Drazah.
Where's that? He's top right wing.
Top right wing.
Flame Venom.
I'm full flanking. I'm full flanking.
I'm holding right wing. Top right wing, low left, top left.
Challenge cabin. He's top right now.
What's top right?
Nice.
Top right wing, Venom.
Venom dead. Great. He's on Gray. He's top Gray crate.
Okay.
Top Gray.
Understairs.
Yep. TJ back left. TJ P4. On the lift.
Honestly, they got 4.
Drazah's pushing P4.
P4, teach.
So weak, I'm gonna blame my life.
You gotta get that.
I'm looking at people.
Yo,
what's pallets? Or 1 bullet. He backed up.
Venom's lobby.
Well, one's already
no, one's Tetris. He's 2 on B.
I'm gonna go
guys.
These guys are long, right?
2 on B.
Yep, I'm gonna come up.
Back to people.
Teach.
Gonna have to work.
Going up quick, guys. That's going up quick. Yeah, we got it.
Coming. Fuck, man.
Let's go. Regain it. We're down 2-0. Let's go. I'm gonna. Do you want me to pull it out?
Yeah.
I'm pulling out.
Scraps trying to lead the squad, trying to get the boys back in this one, but my word, the 4-man stack gets a point captured in, what, 11 seconds? Thieves made a little group circle there. They were singing Kumbaya, and they were like, 1 more round is all we need. Today is going very, very well for the LA Thieves. But 1 more round's all they need, Chance. Oh my God.
I mean, that was just a dominant offensive round as well. I would say from the side of Paris, right? In stage 1 throughout the quote regular season, the pool play, group play portion, whatever we're going to call it, They go 2-3, and they showed a lot of life and had opportunities. We're like, this team is actually pretty good. They go to the major, get beat 3-1 immediately, bopped out, see you later. Then you have stage 2, sort of a similar story for Paris. Like, they look solid, but then they're coming into the tournament. They're down 2-0 in the series, down 2 in the round count, and they just got eviscerated when they were on defense. So, I don't know. Scrap's talking about pulling the AR out. Maybe that is their idea, their concept of trying to just find some more kills, but obviously, they are commanders of the struggle bus for the moment. Admittedly, though, it looks like that 8 point going to be captured. And if they get it, that should give them plenty of time to try to work over towards this B point.
Yeah, this is a better look for Paris already. A nice capture early on. Scraps take care of Kenny. Yes, he does. Eyes over towards the next spawners. Here we go. Moving that front line forward, allowing his teammates to get there on the point, but you have to worry about TJ in from behind as well. He's going to be big kills from Scraps if he can get them. If anything, to draw the aggression, but too much aggression. Simply couldn't handle it. Drazah puts him on his back, and once again, now you've got LA Thieves with most of the map under their control. It's all on fire in this position from up top plane. Finds one. A nice 2-piece from Fire. There's another one in plane if you can get it. A nice bit of work from Fire. He finally gets involved. That's a 5 spree, and that's an open point to grab. Now you have to stack up if you're Paris Legion and try to capture this point ASAP. Get on the point, boys.
They're not on the point, though. This means Thieves, they just have extra time to sort of work around, and you just go underneath the plane.
No.
Pairs don't even have all the angles covered, so if you don't stack, you better be sure you're going to get the kills, but they're not getting the kills either. Not even a tick of progression through. That was almost a clean 4 down, or certainly a clean 3, and the 4th fell quickly after that, and they get nothing as a result. Of course, though, for Paris, well, they still have a nice life advantage, but Kenny's trying to slow that down, but it's just kills back and forth. But there's only so many opportunities you get on offense in Paris. Well, obviously, at least the first one they got did not make the best use of it.
Well, they've still got just over a minute to work with. Drazah's hitting that backline once again. Timing was a little off the last time we saw him in the spot, and Classic managed to kill him in front of spawn, but patience pays off. Fire just about putting him down. Now, the final minute. Paris have to do this. They've got to land either 11 kills onto the LA Thieves or capture the entirety of the B zone. You see that Thieves holding down that top lane position. Private jet right now, and it's got their name written all over it. 40 seconds remaining. Thieves lining up for the push. Venom is so fast right now, all over the place, providing damage in every single gunfight he possibly can. And here we go, Chance. Final 30 seconds.
These are the final 30 seconds, and I'm just thinking back to the previous round where you had 4 bodies for LA Thieves on the point, and it was a thing of beauty. Now it's the kill feed for the Thieves that's a thing of beauty. Venom's able to pick up 2. TJ looking for some of these spawn kills. He's set up ready to go, and that time is ticking down. TJ's in the P2 spot. Drazah's found his corner underneath the plane, and for Paris, they're spending all this time trying to hunt down TJ. Instead of going to the actual hill, there's nowhere for them to go. A devastating 3-0. Paris gets smoked. Tournament over, and for Thieves, maybe the honeymoon period is a very real thing.
Absolute annihilation of Paris Legion there by the LA Thieves. They have made a wonderful choice. The squad is looking incredible, and right now for Legion, the faces tell you everything you need to know. They are shocked, they are surprised, they have been caught completely unaware. That is the end of their tournament run here in Major 2, and they didn't see that one coming. I didn't see that one coming to 3-0. My bracket is in trouble. I know the LA Thieves fans are fine, but that is not how we thought that series would go. Thieves get it done in 3.
I mean, that's genuinely devastating. Like, that is a team for the Thieves. And again, maybe honeymoon period is just a big factor. Maybe they could just have a little bit more fun. But, like, this is the team that's coming in that has made 3-4 roster changes throughout this year. With his current roster, only has a few days of practice at best. And again, I mean, the series just not even remotely close. Like, they just dominated the offense on the control round on checkmate of all maps. They got the 6-0 on the raid search and destroy. I mean, that was just genuinely clinical work, and it didn't even feel like the Thieves were having to do anything crazy to make it happen. It was just sort of simple stuff. Everybody sort of playing their game. The ARs, I mean, just having a nice little time as well. Drazah 17-9, 34 damage under his belt. And the exact same story from the checkmate. Kenny, not too far behind. The new AR duo for the team, at least in the first series they have. Got to be feeling pretty good.
Got to be feeling fantastic. A 3-0? Mate, I was just thinking back to that. Was at the round 2 we saw Thieves win the offense. They're all over that B point. In my mind, right, I called them like it was like a drum circle. But in my mind, they were doing a photo shoot. They're all there posing, capturing the B point. Anyway, we're going to go a quick look now at our Scump play of the game. It's going to be a little bit from all these rounds because it was so damn devastating. It was so dominant. And it was LA Thieves from start to finish. Chance, I mean, this is just a highlight reel. This is a little montage we've got going on here. There's no individual moments. It's just excellence across 3 rounds of control.
In everything that the LA Thieves did, again, it just sort of seemed easy for them, right? Like all the opening breaks for the most part were going their way. Any situation like that is a thing of beauty when you get all 4 players stacked up on the point like that. Even just looking at like the scorecard in the top left, it just looks good. And for Paris, like you don't have time to take those routes, right? Like they're like wrapping back and trying to set up like the nice push, and it's just a hopeless situation. And then even when the Thieves were on defense, it's not just these final moments. There was 2 opportunities that Paris set themselves up for some sort of potential. They got absolutely nothing out of it. I mean, LA Thieves, they came to play.
They came to play. Though the final moments there of the match, you can see the joy. But well, there we go, mates. Paris Legion, we bid them a fond farewell in the tournament. LA Thieves will advance. We come back after this quick break. It's going to be Lottie, Nameless, and Standy. Are they as mind-blown as we expect them to be? Find out after the break.
Hello, you wonderful people watching Call of Duty League. We love that you're tuning in today because, of course, it is the second major of the season. Here is the bracket, and before you, your bracket is probably chalked. Let's be honest. All of our brackets are probably a bit chalked here because Thieves do take Legion 3-0. A big sweep coming forward from this brand new team. And I actually can't quite believe my eyes. Are going to go forward and face London Royal Ravens, and they continue their loser bracket run. But I do have a social soundboard right now from Astro, and it is my own tweet because I did say that my bracket is really taking a bashing. It really is. But honestly, I'm serious when I say this. I'm not that salty about it because this is hella entertaining. LA Thieves, totally unexpected dominance for this team. They bring in Drazah. We're expecting very little from them due to the lack of prep coming into this major, but they smoke Paris, not only in S&D, but the entire series. And they kind of showed us gameplay as if this roster had been this way from the start. Nameless, deep dive us into your brain. What are your thoughts on this, man?
I mean, first I gotta say big shout out to LA Thieves for that match. I mean, they just straight thunderclap Paris. That was wild from start to finish. Drazah's like debut right there. It just reminded me when he came into the scene last year. He's just dominating. But yeah, I mean, for LA Thieves, like sometimes when you form a squad, it's almost like an 8 squad. They come in there with the freedom to do whatever they want on the map, and they all excel. And that is what we just saw right there. Everybody was comfortable throughout all those maps, and they played at a very high level. You know, the whole community is sold on this narrative that the core is broken within LA Thieves, and it's sort of their last opportunity. Like, okay, we don't have Slash on our team now, so TJ and Kenny, for these guys, it's like, all right, let us perform at a high level to show people that we're still here. Our core was broken, and this is our chance to prove everybody that we can still do it. So they did it. Venom and Drazah both played great as well, and you know, it's just a new look for the squad. And on the flip side, I gotta add real quick, Fire got smoked, man. Like, you can't come into the major and perform like that.
Yeah. Nah, he definitely can. To go on with what Nameless said, it's just like, the Thieves look like a completely different team. In those respawns, they were rotating, they were picking up those kills on that checkmate. You had both of your AR players dropping 30, but let's focus on that search and destroy. That had to be record breaking. That was just such a fast search and destroy game. Winning 6-0 for the Thieves. We were talking about it in the pre-show. It was just like that teamwork wasn't going to be there. And every single time, it looked like it was there. They were setting up crossfires. The communication was there. Obviously, it looks like they did their homework on the Paris Legion. They completely blind countered every single round in this search and destroy. And they outslayed them on that map. 5 kills to 24. Imagine spawning on the search and destroy map, and your team is getting a total of 5 kills, not winning a round, and dying 24 times. That's just something you weren't expecting, something I wasn't expecting out of the Thieves, but happy to see them get it done.
If I can quickly add just one more thing, I just got to give a shout out to the coaching and management staff over at LA Thieves. A lot of people criticize them for their bold call on positionless play in Call of Duty and decided to make this move contrary to what a lot of people thought, and it ends up working out in their match #1. So you got to tip the hat there for making a bold play like that and seeing it work.
Congratulations, guys. Defied all logic, defied all of our brackets, but it's okay. We still love you because we love what we're seeing. On the flip side, though, we do have another match to look forward to, LAG versus Mutineers, and I want to know what you guys think of the Guerrillas at this moment in time. So, Nameless, Guerrillas win this match if... Finish my sentence.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who didn't join us during the Open, I mean, I really like this Los Angeles Guerrillas squad. I think their search and destroy looks phenomenal. It's cerebral search. They're doing everything they need to do versus FaZe. I loved what they did, setting up traps, finding the gaps, and, you know, their early rounds, they're letting those dictate how they play the later rounds. It opens up the map for them, and I really like this team. It's just in the respawns, they're a bit inconsistent at times, especially individually, but over their last few games, Cellium and aBeZy have found consistency, and that's why they've been able to, you know, rally such great success. So as long as those two players individually can continue to play at a consistent level, I could see them making a run here and winning this game.
And for me, for LAG, what they need to do is just expand their map pool. We know that their best control is going to be on Raid. Their best search and destroy is going to be on Miami. And their best hardpoint has to be either Apocalypse or it has to be Raid. So if you're going to be that team going up against them, you take away those maps, and hopefully you're going to be able to walk away with that series if LAG have not done their homework there, because those are their best maps. They need to expand their map pool if they're going to want to make a long run throughout this weekend.
Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'd love to hear it from you guys. We won't keep you waiting any longer. Up next, we do have Drazah from LA Thieves standing by for our Game Fuel Victory Spotlight with me. We'll see you right after this.
The Call of Duty League is presented by T-Mobile, now America's largest and fastest 5G network. Set your sights on the competition with T-Mobile, the leader in 5G. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Hello everyone and welcome to your Game Fuel Victory Spotlight. I am joined by the talk of the town right now, which is Drazah from LA Thieves. Drazah, man, whew, what an entrance into the Call of Duty League Season 2. Let's go, love to see it. Obviously you have been replaced, you replaced Slasher, you've come into this new team right before the major. A lot of pressure on your shoulders here. I think a lot of people expecting you guys to not do so well against Paris. Talk to me about this change, why it happened, and really why it's been so good for the team.
honestly, I think the vibes are sort of all-time high, and we're all just, you know, just running and gunning. And I mean, honestly, we're just flowing really well right now. I think that's why we won 3-0.
Okay, well, I can definitely see the vibes are high for sure. Obviously, S&D was just a different ball game, and I think S&D honestly requires you guys to have some serious team communication. We definitely heard that from you guys in the Astro listenings. Talk to me about the approach with your team with S&D and having quite little time to prepare for it.
Yeah, we played 2 S&D scrims yesterday, so we were just kind of winging it. But honestly, in that S&D, I didn't really do anything. All my teammates were just going crazy. I just sat out, you know, A-bomb, so it's all on them. I didn't do anything.
I like this, Drazah. You're so humble, man. We'll continue that humbleness through the league and the bracket there, because it's working some way or another. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations and best of luck through the major, man.
Thank you, thank you.
Well, there you have it. We've heard from the guy who has come in and replaced the incredible Slasher, and things are working here with 100 Thieves. But we do have our next game ready to go for you. We've got LAG facing the Mutineers. We're going to be finding out who is going to continue their run through the losers bracket right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the CDL Major 2, brought to you by Zenny Gaming. And Leah, you haven't missed anything. The first series was done and dusted, but yes, it took like less than an hour. Unbelievable. Florida Mutineers now going up against the Los Angeles Guerrillas. But once again, another elimination matchup. Hopefully, COD gods be praised, this one's a little spicier than the last. Last one was a spice rating of about 2. I'm hoping for at least a 3 or a 4, something to burn the taste buds right off my tongue. My name is Miles Ross. His name is Chance. How you doing, my brother?
I mean, I'm doing all right. Just trying to like recoup after what we just saw from the first series. I mean, even the players playing in this one for Guerrillas in Florida, I mean, I don't know if they were prepared to like play this quickly. That was one of the fastest 3-0s that we have seen. I have to imagine it caught everybody off guard, but I don't know, like stress it off or wax it off, whatever it's going to be, and just get ready for this next series.
Get ready for this next one. We got the other side of the Los Angeles Call of Duty teams up next, and we will be saying howdy doody to them right now.
The Guerrillas getting it done. And I'm loving what I'm seeing out of the LAG. Silly finds the first. Lovely teamwork. My God.
Gets dealt with the pressure inside the hill and the double nade from aBeZy.
Salt lines him up, finds himself too.
Vivid just has the one to win against Octane.
And Vivid has got his number. Beautiful round. Fantastic execution from the LA Guerrillas. Oh yeah.
Los Angeles Guerrillas shock and rock to the world by defeating Atlanta FaZe in their own home series, but can they continue to find that fantastic success throughout this major. Vivid Assault, Cellium, and aBeZy, a squad who has been making a bit of a stir of things here in the league so far. We saw FaZe take that loss very personally and obviously body London, and we'll see if they can keep up that pace going into the major. But the chance, a lot of people looking towards Cellium as the absolute X factor in this series. What do you think?
I mean, when it comes to hardpoint, he literally is like the #1 X factor in the league. He has been balling out for stage number 2. And I think you've seen what with the QBZ at times, with the Crimsix, at others, he has been feasting on the opposition, at least for the final few series that they had. Like, this is an interesting team because, like, 2-3 record overall. They're starting the losers bracket. It's not the most ideal situation, but one of the wins they have is against FaZe. So if you want to be the best, you got to beat the best, and they beat the best. So this is a team we're looking at potentially to make a run through this tournament, but not an easy match for them to start off with.
Not an easy match at all. A team that has recently made a change, of course, Legion now being a part of this roster. I'm only kidding, I'm joking. A tweet had me hook, line, and sinker. Ladies and gentlemen, Florida Mutineers.
The dictionary defines redemption as the deliverance of persons or things from the possession and power of captors.
It is a 3-0 victory over the Florida Mutineers.
As the act of making something better. As the act of making up for a loss.
It is over, and that is a shocker for the Mutineers.
We define it as inevitable. You can count our KD. You can count our headshots. You can count our hill time. What you can't do is count us out.
Florida Mutineers, again, chance to squad to, again, we've had mixed results. Like, it's a little bit of everything. And I mean, we've seen the highest of highs with this team and the lowest of lows. Who's showing up today when it comes to Awakening Skies, Slack the Neptune? We've got a lot of fans, a lot of passion, a lot of performance potential. But mate, who shows up today?
Well, I'm staying on the theme of who the hell knows. I think it's genuinely a way to look at this series because, like, you know, you talk about the Guerrillas, 2-3, but hey, they beat FaZe. When you look at Florida, also a 2-3 record through the group stages, but the 2 wins that they had, they 3-0'd OpTic and they 3-0'd Minnesota, the 2 teams at the top of the group. So, like, they're an incredibly difficult team, I think, even to sort of game plan against. And we look at the map and modes, quite a few things that stand out. One, both of the Search and Destroys, both of these teams love to play. They are equally happy to get those maps through, but that checkmate control, this is where the problem has lied for the Guerrillas. Their control, their raid is fantastic. The other 2 maps, not great at all. So that third game mode has been a problem for them. So at the very least for Florida, they're going to be very happy to make sure that they get that checkmate through.
Well, we got a couple of checkmates in there, but first we go to Moscow. This series should be an absolute howling affair when it gets to those search and destroys. Like, if we get to a game 5 between these 2 teams, that again on the maps and modes brought up, oh man, can't wait. Either way though, up first will be Moscow. Our second match here of the elimination bracket of Major 2, brought to you by Zenny Gaming. Let's get into this one, Chance.
Get into it straight away. And well, if you think back to the last time these 2 teams faced off, granted it was a very long time ago, but Skies and Awakening just balled out in the series and just dominated with the AR side of things. This time though, at least for the opening break, you can see just the speed at which Guerrillas are going to be playing it, taking it nice and slow, and for good reason. A lot of these kills going their way. The lockdown for the hill is there, and already a couple players on Florida starting to spawn out.
Yep, they're on the left-hand side of the map now. Florida about to hit the pinch, and I don't think anyone is really aware just yet on LAG, but here we go. Guns are up. Vivid's already made his way to the second hard point, and that's going to be a clean 3 down for the Mutineers. Trying to make their way back through middle, but Silly says, nah, brah. Finds those 2 kills in a row. Awakening will get his number there, but you've got spawns for the right-hand side of the map covered. LAG with a 30-point lead now and climbing. They're looking to move this one forward. Great start, the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
I mean, that's about as good as it gets, right? You were asking whether or not they're aware. By the way, Sky as well. We know that this man can basically see through walls, and he knows all the cheeky little spots, but the flank was coming through, and Guerrillas, again, just completely prepared. This is the perfect setup they have, right? You even have aBeZy pushed up to the trees, and, well, Neptune's going to deal with them, but the 4 players from Florida, I mean, they are still so far away. They're being slowed down. It's going to be 15 seconds gone by before Assault even has to think about a gunfight, and still hasn't needed to shoot his gun at all. His teammates doing a fantastic job of keeping Florida at bay.
Yep, here comes Florida on the outside. Now, Viv is going to get it on. aBeZy again in the kill feed. So Assault is just here on the hard point. Like, boys, I've got a full mag here. I'm trying to get involved. Doesn't need to get too much done because, once again, the Guerrillas looking fantastic. Over towards this second hard point. Slack now trying to find something with 20 seconds left on this hard point, stopping these players make their way out towards the next one. Florida have had to call this here. They're going to say, you can have the next 15, but we're going to get the next sort of 30 or so out of the third hard point, huh? Deal? Deal? All's fair? Let's go. New hard point in less than 10. Let's see if we can get Florida back on the board.
I mean, this is one of the slowest games of hardpoint we've seen all year. Just the pace. Guerrillas, they're not going to force the issue if they don't need to. And, well, they got 2 players trying to clear out street control, and Neptune doing a nice job of playing his life and actually able to stay alive. Awakening's got the help on the cross, and unfortunate for Neptune, the teamwork 2 on point right there from the Guerrillas. And I think maybe Vivid up to him to potentially make a solo play working at the back of the map. He's happy that Awakening challenged him, but now he's grouped up with his teammates. One push to make this break, and Guerrillas already pushed around back.
Oh, here they come from round back. Apes strong together. I know it's Guerrillas, not Gorillas, but hey, they're doing a great job right now. No monkeying around as aBeZy makes his way towards the front of the point. Still, Vivid finally gets the quick contest. The kills are there. Oh, wins a big one against Slack just before the trade from Skies. Good job. Onto the point sooner rather than later. Nice shots. That's going to be his 5th kill in a row. Skies, all 4 in the feed for him. Now you've got Florida back on point. Big Wake doing big Wake things over by the backside of the bank. Slack now making his way forward, chance, and this is a great hard point that Florida could arguably get a massive amount of time on. And again, it comes down to those assault rifle players to go big. I'm looking at Skies. I'm looking at Awakening.
Yeah, I mean, we're just thinking about Skies' name in the kill feed, right? To see if he can work on those score streaks. He's going to need a few more, and, well, he's got whatever gun he needs at his disposal to make it happen. Assault certainly knows he's nearby now, and Skies, well, his teammates can't really bait for him. They're pushing through the pillar side. He looked for the opening, but he could not find it. The ARs right now locking it down on the actual point. And as I say that, well, Slacks is going to be able to pick up 2, give him a 3rd as well. Solo breaking the hill effectively by himself, making sure his team right back in the game, trying to get that hill control.
So going huge. Well, with that, I think it's time the kill feed's up again. Florida are mopping the floor with them. I want to hear how the Guerrillas handle this one. Let's go for a quick Astro Gaming listen in with the Los Angeles Guerrillas.
Weak Caesar.
Wake is 3-2.
He joined yellow, in yellow, in yellow.
Still on the street, still on the street.
Spawn over bus, Ivory's gold. I spawn behind him again.
Wake,
straight
on the street, by the globe, by the globe.
Into black guys.
Yellow.
That's Caesar right there. One's, they're both the low plats out of hill. I'm hitting gold. I spawn P3, I'm going Eskies.
I'm taking left street. You see him street?
No, I don't see him street.
In gold on me, gold on me, gold on me.
I went out of hill.
Eskies yet? Nice. Oh, wait, gold.
Nice, one could be
That's
Eskies
one
white.
shot yellow. Oh, he went closet. Closet to plat.
That's
That's gonna be plat. Hold this time.
Yeah, down.
I have the hallway. They're gonna spawn P2.
Two plat.
Waiting, one shot street on me.
Are you?
I didn't crop. Plat, very dead. No plat, now. Eskies, dead.
Nice.
Good job.
Waiting street
Good
on
spot.
me.
Caesar's flat. Yo, look over me.
I don't know where Wake is. I don't know where
Caesar, hit one shot. Absolute.
One shot.
You're weak.
With those two, they spawn street. I'm Eskies.
Yeah, one street close globe on me.
I'm trying to help
Go retreat, there's 2.
I back to the guard over street. They're already going out.
One's gonna be street, one's gonna be street.
I'm gonna spawn out. Hey, maybe one's hallway.
I hold your closet.
He's front.
I'm ready.
Deep down. I'm coming through front. I'm coming through P2.
Go flat and top flat.
All street.
Guys, LAG sound in control. I mean, like, the pace is starting to quicken up in Florida. They're getting ever so close to the scoreline, but I think they handle that very well.
I mean, again, it's just a very structured team. It seems like in the moments where they get the setup that they want, they basically get the full 60. Anytime it's like a little bit spicier, the kills stop to go their way, well, then they effectively get full 60. And unfortunate for Soul, a little bit of friendly fire from his machine friend over to the side. And, well, Florida's going to be happy for it, have effectively flipped the spawns and gotten that hill control. And now for the Guerrillas, going to have to try to flood this hill. And Well, it's going to be a staggered push potentially as well. And frankly, you got to get past Neptune. That is a good start, though. It's 2 players thinking about working their way through mid.
It's like an unlucky fail of the week right there. Like, that trophy system helped out so much. Assault made every right decision. Still, oh no, Florida, that's the lead. That's another 3 in the feed. And oh, baby, here we go. Starting to pick up pace. Slack's making his way towards next hard point. Guerrillas will be in control, but Skies,
oh my God,
investing the
21
streaks.
6, by the way.
21 and 6. Okay, he's going to slow shoot these ones out. Again, everyone panicked, ran indoors. He does manage to land assaults, and that's the back lane open. Here comes the front push. Oh, he gets silly as well. Oh, my word. aBeZy catches out 2 on the cross. Nice bit of work once again, but you do manage to get 2 players on. It's on aBeZy now alone to try to take care of all these players. Awareness on point, sadly. He simply cannot look in all these directions at once. And the trades! Oh, Neptune. It's a couple of kills going the way of Florida, and just like that chance, Moscow has been turned on its head.
I mean, hey, look, it might only be a 40-point game, but Skies is 24 and 6 on another 6 spree for him. This is the hill where he got streaks last time around, or at least was like thinking about it. Well, doing the same thing once again. Silly though, the Fry Man rips him off the head glitch. But even when you shut down Skies, there's always someone there for the trade. And maybe Guerrillas, well, you might give some credit to making this hill a little bit scrappy, but not nearly enough. They're going to go into new down by about 70 points. And again, Skies, I mean, he's just the problem. He feasted on the first time around, and it is the ARs putting in work once again. 24 and 7. You can only say it so many times. That is just a ridiculous stat line.
The man has an appetite for destruction right now. Assault, nice 2-piece, great nade. aBeZy on the other side of the map. Can he find another 2 here again? This is an excellent time for the Los Angeles Guerrillas if they can hold this one. Big wake, though. Cuts his way through Hotel. Assault now looking towards the back end as well, making sure that no one makes their way through. 45 seconds remaining on this one. Nice awareness from Assault. Finds another one. Pushing forward again. Oh, the turn. Not quite there as Neptune hands out the burn. aBeZy again looking towards next. Man, this has been a heavy contest. Not a massive amount of time, but Mutineers now on point. The crossover 200 now chance. This is it. Business end of the game.
I was going to say, you're going to have to at least contest some of this time, right? Florida's already crossed the 200-point margin, but maybe aBeZy just playing it smarter than I would, right? Waits for his teammates to get the clean break as well. Assault there for the cleanup. So a little bit stable, at least so far on the street hill, but either way for Guerrillas, down by quite a bit. Admittedly for them, though, P1, they have absolutely thrived. But right now you see Florida, right? Player in green, player coming from back gold. The pinch is in. You got players all over the place. And right now for Awakening, a couple gunfights in front of him. He's going to fall, but at least can tell his teammates, hey, we've basically cleared it out. We were looking for one. Everyone else spawned over towards police. Let's make sure we lock down this P1 and put ourselves in a good spot for the rest of the game.
Still holding this well. Viv is trying to make an entry through escalator side of the map. Nah, Skies has got him once again. Skies, unbelievable performance. 27 and 10. We are looking to close it out here. Can Silly find something? Pushing these players out, making sure they don't hit the next hard point. Neptune in the corner, though. Look at that. Just sitting by the side of that little vending machine. Gets the kills. Skies can't quite find any more on point. Neptune's on a 5 spree. We could see streaks for him any moment now. Awakening's on a 3 spree. Oh, boy. 10 seconds for the win. This could be it for Florida. They can get it done here. If anyone can contest, it's a scrappy P1 finish. There's the contest. Get them off the point for the time being, but slacked! Finds 2, and that should be that. A final contest is not going to matter, and oh my word, Mutineers! What a first map that was.
What a first map indeed, just to get on the board. And on the side of the Guerrillas, maybe the respawn woes continue because they genuinely had a very strong start, but then Skies just walking through the front to break these hills. Some gunfights he has no right to win, but frankly that game he won the majority of them. Again, just a ridiculous stat line he was able to throw up on board. And for Florida, I'd say it's incredibly important for them to make sure they win the respawns right, just to make sure that you put the Guerrillas down in the game mode where they don't have too much success, and maybe just a small little smirk across the faces of some of the Florida's players is, well, they get the job done, at least on Moscow.
First win on Moscow hardpoint as well, Chance. There's a first for everything. And honestly, individual prowess across the board. We saw fantastic, great calls, nice patience all around from everyone. Obviously, Skies is an absolute nightmare. And a quick look at the stats, and holy dooly, look at that, 4,600. I actually thought it'd be higher, but hey man, that just goes to show teamwork on point there. LAG, much to be desired there on Moscow, but that's not a problem. We're going to bounce back here in the Search and Destroy in just a moment. And Chance, I want to believe that we have a much more exciting series on our hand already a bit of an upset IMO. I don't know about you, mate, but I didn't see that one going that way. We'll be right back, friends, after this quick commercial break. Search and Destroy just around the corner. Don't go anywhere. Major 2 still rolling.
The Call of Duty League is brought to you by GameFuel. Use code CDL2021 for a special discount on GameFuel.com. Tournament audio and team listen-ins are powered by Astro Gaming, the official headset and mix amp of the Call of Duty League. The Call of Duty League is presented by Zenni, the official eyewear for the CDL. Armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks blue light protection glasses by visiting zenni.com/gaming.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Call of Duty League Major 2, brought to you by Zenni Gaming. Keeps on rolling. We've got map number 2 coming up next. It's going to be Express, Search and Destroy, but first chance, we've got a little bit of housekeeping to do. Mate, I don't think any of us could have called it. It's very, very likely that you did. Let's have a look at our game fuel keys to victory for the Los Angeles Guerrillas. What did they need to do in that hardpoint?
Well, the biggest boom for them is when Silly performs. He is electric, but obviously in what we saw from game number 1, Sky sort of took that role and didn't give any of the players on Guerrillas an opportunity to have that sort of KD, but the SMDs by far the most important thing, especially the map number 2, right? I'm thinking about the checkmate control. Guerrillas not had a ton of success on the map. They are 1-4 overall, and if control is going to be a consistent problem, the SMDs need to be that backbone. The good news, of course, for the Guerrillas, well, both of the maps we have, Express and Miami, well, they love to play them. But of course, on the flip side, so do Florida. And then the keys to victory for this team, well, I'm looking at the second point first. Shut down the ARs and dominate the respawns. Guys, job well done. Ace that test. You ban the raid control. Same theme about making sure you get checkmate through. But then specifically, if you're trying to deal with the search and destroys for the Guerrillas and make sure you don't end up throwing those 2-5s, I just think it's the post-plant positioning. It is the biggest theme teams need to look at when playing against the Guerrillas. Because right now, Guerrillas, we see it time and time again on quite a few different maps. They will give up bomb plants for free at any given site, and they will just swarm on it. Trap you in, pinch you out from every single angle, and just sort of dominate the retake. So I think Florida needs to have something up their sleeve. Have some player make those sort of errant floating plays off on his own island, and making sure that you never get completely retake, or at the very least just push out whichever bomb site after you get the bomb down. But if Florida have done their homework and get these little keys sort of out of their way, again, you got to imagine they're feeling confident for a game 3, so they just want to get this series over and done with. Of course, to Express we go, Miles, and last time I saw Guerrillas play, they 6-0'd FaZe, whatever that means to you.
You gotta think they've gotta be feeling confident here on Express. Love you, Zin. Here we go. you do have to think, Chance, they should be confident here. We saw an incredible run.
Absolutely.
Like, insane performance from the Guerrillas. But Florida, what dirty, evil tricks do you have up your sleeves to at least take a round? Not make it another 6-0 for LAG. Or at least take the map. Because, I mean, after map number 1, pretty sweet. Can they continue the momentum? 2-man now through the hallway. Straight through the tickets. Neptune, hello, I'm on the bomb. We've got the bomb site, pretty much all ours, no problem. It's going to be a slow push from LAG. And Florida setting the pace early on. Here comes the plant. And here comes Vivid, who is Doom. Find out. Slacked. Hello. This is aggressive. I love it. I love it. First kill goes his way. Assault's up next. Prig, elbow, dead. Good job. 2v2. 2v1. LAG on the retake. I barely let you get a word in, Chance. This round's been a blast. Whoa!
No words needed. Retake not complete though. Neptune makes this a 1 versus 1. Still a little bit of time on the clock, but you see Assault. He's near the bomb, and Neptune, he's got to go back and check it.
He's going for the check now. 15 seconds remaining. Neptune, big brain, all the way around the map. Gets a nice opening angle in Florida. A fast plant. And Chance, what was one of your keys about don't get trapped in those post-plant situations? Neptune, man, he spread his wings and he ran it across map. He was flexing. But everyone did a fantastic job in these situations. I mean, Slack's aggression, shown in this lovely kill cam, helped seal the round.
Yeah, I would say for the first round, it's a big reason why, right? You don't take your time after you get the bomb down. You still can make plays. So Slack is nice and aggressive. And even for Neptune, in the final kill, he's just able to get away, right? There's some lane that gets opened up. You find your way through it. That is the opening you need to make sure, again, that the retakes don't come through. So job well done, at least in the first round. And now Guerrillas taking a different route to go to the B bomb site, but they're here in ticket booth of Neptune. He is in between quite a few players.
He does find one, Assault gets another. It's a nice two kill start, but wait, Skies! Oh boy, finds 2. Skies finds the 3rd. Not able to get any more out of this one, but what a shot that was. And now it's a 1v1. Assault is just like, where are my teammates? How did they all die like that? And where the hell is Slacked? We need to get a round on the board. Slacked just managed to survive the timing there. Assault now looking for the bomb. Oh boy, Chance, this is tense. 1v1. Bomb is just outside of the B bomb site. Or the B bomb thing.
And keep in mind, Miles, you pick up the bomb, you can hear it from basically across the map. As long as Slack stays in this hallway, he's going to know exactly when Assault picks it up.
Is he too far? Maybe. Just managed to pick it up. Watch that number 7. Is he going to go? No, he didn't hear it. So he was just at the top of the stairs away from the audio cue. But he's feeling something now, and here it comes. He's feeling something special. Assault on prone. An easy kill for Slacked. And man, what a round. Once again, Florida looking fantastic. And 3 kills to Skies. Whew. Not bad at all. Florida get the round.
And we'll get to see it again. He just had to have got